Hello everyone. In this video today we're going to be taking a look at an article from the New York Times that was published on August 30th by Manny Fernandez. Federal judge blocks Texas ban on sanctuary cities. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say this. This article goes to show why New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, and many others are classified as fake news. Not only that, it goes to show that Manny Fernandez shouldn't be writing for the New York Times and instead should be writing for BuzzFeed. Between the identity politics, race baiting, virtue signaling, implication of evil white men racists and everything else, okay, he would fit right in there at BuzzFeed. Honest to God. I mean, just, and you would think that New York Times would go, oh, we got to roll this shit back. But instead, no, they're pushing this whole racism thing here. And it's actually quite disgusting. I mean, just look at the picture that they chose, okay? They're trying to evoke sympathy here. And what do? They take, and this to me, when you've got a bunch of angry Mexican women chanting like that, it doesn't earn you any sympathy. Okay? And it makes me wonder how many of them are there actually legally. I mean, if I was ICE, I would have strolled into this and said, fuck your sanctuary city, federal law trumps. And I would have been like, all right, how many of you are legal? Because whoever isn't, you're going back to Mexico. And I don't give a shit over the fact that might hurt some people's feelings, because I believe in respecting the law, okay? I believe in the fact of people coming here legally, okay? You know, minus my ancestors that were here, you know, when white man came. All my other lineage came here legally. And that's how it should be for everyone in this country. To come to the United States is a privilege, not a right. But yet, people like Manny, people at the New York Times, this federal judge, they think that it's a right to fucking come here. And they think it's a right that you have the right to be here once you get here. No, that's not how it works. That's not how life works. I mean, if someone from here tried to do that shit in Mexico, they'd end up in prison. I mean, come on now. It's double standard bullshit. Why should the United States get vilified for something that every other country in the world does? Oh, except for Western Europe, who's just taking in all these, you know, military-aged Muslim men, all right, going, oh, yeah, they're Syrian. Ignore the fact that they're African. Oh, yeah, these people are Syrian. Yeah, they're black, but they're Syrian. Sure. I mean, the West is being guilt-tripped into doing this shit and allowing it to happen. And we need to start standing up for ourselves. And Manny needs to go get a clue. I mean, this is literally like La Raza-type racist shit in this article. I kid you not. I mean, it is Mexican, Mexican, Hispanic, anti-white, anti-American. And Manny is pushing this shit. He would seriously fit in, like I said, at BuzzFeed. So, Houston, a federal judge in San Antonio on Wednesday blocked Texas from enforcing its enforcing its ban on so-called sanctuary cities, questioning the constitutionality of the law that has pitted Republican state leaders against several Democratic-leaning cities. What question of constitutionality? Okay? They went and looked at the law and made sure that it met with Texas and federal law before, you know, it went for a vote. It's the Democrats just being upset, and they happen to find a federal judge, which you're going to love this one, and it goes to show my whole La Raza thing on this, which, you know, for me calling this out, I'm going to be labeled a racist, and I don't give a shit. For calling out racism, watch, I will be called a racist. But anyways, so you have this situation here where they're trying to say that they're so-called sanctuary cities, and they're not. This is a term that the Democrats and the left coined. They made it up. to justify what they're doing. And they are sanctuary cities because they are sanctuary for illegal aliens, not immigrants. They didn't come here legally. Immigration is something you do legally. If you're not here legally, you are an alien. So you are an illegal alien. So these illegal aliens come here, okay, and they go to these sanctuary cities where they get all these protections. They're allowed to collect welfare. They get Section 8 housing. Their kids go to school and get free lunch. While, you know, you got all these guys working under the table, which if you look, Steven Crowder exposed that these guys aren't doing, you know, on the Home Depot type stuff, okay, being laborers. They're not working for shitty wages, okay? That's a complete fallacy. I mean, Steven Crowder exposed that, and I got to give him credit for his video on it. But, so you have these people earning that money, collecting food stamps, collecting Section 8 housing, collecting welfare, and they're sending money back to Mexico, which President Trump has brought up. Okay, and why are they doing it? Well, to support family down there, and to also get a nest egg together with a lot of these people. And this happens with Central and South American illegal aliens, along with, say, the DR, with Dominican Republic. They come here, and they're just funneling money back because they're planning on going back and retiring. And they're going to go live high off the hog. They're going to have a nice retirement. And they're not contributing to our economy. They're a big drain on our economy. And that's what this law went to address, was dealing with that, because that drain, okay, shouldn't be there. What those resources are going to, on the note of these illegals, okay, it should be going to Texans. It should be going to people in these Democrat cities. Okay? But no, it's going to people who haven't earned it, who have no right to get it because they're not here legally. But yet, you got to love how Manny portrays this. The judge's ruling was only temporary and prevents the law from taking effect on Friday, while a suit against it goes forward. But the decision, which Texas said it would appeal, served as a legal blow to one of the toughest state-issued immigration laws in the country and puts the brakes on a measure backed by the Trump administration that critics had called anti-Latino. Actually, it doesn't affect Trump's thing, number one, but you're going to try to portray that it does, Manny, because you're a fucking La Raza, race-baiting, fucking virtue-signaling, identity politics piece of shit, okay? Because the federal thing is completely separate from the state law, but you don't want to bring that up, okay? And not only that, this is a state law. It should have been brought, instead of to a federal judge, it should have been brought to the state court on its constitutionality. But, oh, wait, that's right. The courts are controlled by constitutionalists, for the most part, in Texas. So what did you have to do? You had to go, you Democrats, and go over the head of the state government and the state judicial system, which is kind of, you know, immoral and illegal, and go to a federal judge. It should, but hey, you know, we're the sleazy fucks. You can't get your way, so you got to rig the fucking game. Man, it's fucking pathetic. So to say that it's anti-Latino, number one, is fucking hilarious, because anyone in the state of Texas that is a fucking illegal alien, don't matter if they're, you know, from Asian and from a country like Japan or fucking China or Korea. It doesn't matter if they're from an African fucking nation, okay? It doesn't matter if they're from fucking Europe and they're fucking lily fucking white, okay? They're all going to have the same exact thing happen to them under the law. But I love how you're trying to portray this race-baiting fucking bullshit that it's, oh, it's racist whites, it's anti-Latino. No, it's anti-illegal alien. Nice fucking try there, Manny. The law has become so divisive that it served as a backdrop for a shoving match at the Texas Capitol between Hispanic Democrat lawmakers and their white Republican colleagues. More race baiting. Nice job, Manny. Now, anyone watching my video here, if you happen to know if there's footage of this, let me know, because I would love to find out who actually started the shoving match, because I got a feeling that Manny is conveniently leaving out that it was the Hispanic Democrat lawmakers that attacked the white Republicans, and the white Republicans weren't going to sit there and be abused by the Hispanic Democrats. I got a feeling on that one. Anyone want to take bets with me on that one? Anyone want to bet against me on it? Because I got a feeling it was the Hispanic Democrats that started the shoving match. I'll give 2-to-1 odds. How about that? Anyone? All right. I could give 7-to-1 odds and people would probably still not take the bet. Because they're going to feel like me on this one. The way he's written this and the way he's hiding it, they're trying to make it sound like it was the bad, evil, white Republicans that started the shoving match. Oh, really? Well, okay. A La Raza event, they're the ones that start the violence. Okay, BLM events, they're the ones who start the violence. Antifa, they're the ones who start the violence. So the violence is coming from the left. That's a trend. So I'm not going to believe your little implication here, Manny. Fuck off. The law known as Senate Bill 4, or SB 4, prohibits cities and counties from adopting policies that limit immigration enforcement, allows police officers to question the immigration status of anyone they detain or arrest, and threatens officials who violate the law with fines, jail time, and removal from office. Good! That's how it should be. That's how it used to be. Okay, so I don't understand when this was actually considered constitutional. Okay, and this is how things used to actually go on in this country. Now all of a sudden, there's a constitutionality issue. Bull fucking shit, federal judge. You're full of fucking shit. And I don't know what to say except that you should be removed from your fucking seat at that bench, motherfucker. They should go to jail. Okay? They should be removed from office. Why? Because they're acting criminally. Not only with the fact of breaking this law itself that they've passed, but other laws, because they're breaking state and federal immigration laws. Okay? Well, state laws beyond immigration, but federal immigration laws, definitely. So, why should a criminal be allowed to keep their office? They're elected by the people to be there and uphold the law, not break it. It also directs local officials to cooperate with so-called immigration detainer requests. So not so-called immigration detainer requests. I love Manny with this so-called shit. That's what they're actually called. Immigration detainer requests. You fucking little sleazy fuck. They're a detainer request. That's what they are. Which allow foreign-born detainees to be transferred to federal custody after they are released from state or local custody. You are a liar on that one. You're completely misrepresenting what... I mean, just look in the fucking name. Detainer request. It's not that they've released the fucking person and then they can be picked up. That they can be transferred after they're released. No. What the retainer request does is it says, hey, he's an illegal or she's an illegal alien, not immigrant, because we had to change the name to immigration detainer request to be more friendly to people like you, Manny, because you guys are slanting and twisting shit. But anyways, the way that they work, Manny, and it's clear that I have a better clue on this than you, or you have a clue and you lied. I'm going to go with the second one, actually, is the person gets run through NCIC. Okay, boom, they come up as an illegal. The federal government sends a request saying, please hold that person. Like they would for someone who has a federal warrant. No different. And they hold the person for up to 72 hours. The federal government, which 72 hours is time for bureaucracy and everything to get there to pick them up. They pick up the person and then they deport them. So they don't end up leaving the custody. Get released from local custody and then are transferred. No. That's not how it works. It's there to hold them so that they can be transferred. You make it sound... Oh, wow. You like to misrepresent shit, Manny. A number of the state's biggest cities, including Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas, all of which are run by Democrats, joined a lawsuit against Texas seeking to strike down the law, which was passed by the, and I love how he throws this in, by the Republican-controlled legislature and signed by the Republican governor, Greg Abbott, in May. Manny. The Democrats are in these little sequestered areas. Texas is a sea of red. The majority of the people there decided what was what with this because they elected those officials on a platform of doing this. Okay, a lot of those people that are in the state legislature. They did what the people wanted. The majority of the people. And that just fucking irks and upsets the Democrats. They've lost. They keep losing. And instead of being graceful about it finally, no. They keep getting worse and worse and worse. They are worse than the most spoiled, petulant children or child. We'll make it singular. They are worse than the absolute worst, spoiled, petulant little shit of a child. Okay, that you could find out there. They are 10 times worse. They lost, but yet they don't want to admit they lost. They're going to keep doing this shit, and all they're going to do is drive the Democrat Party into the ground because people that voted Democrat in this shit are going to be like, wait a minute. This was voted on by the legislature because these people were elected by the rest of the state. They did what the people wanted. And you're not going to accept it? It sucks, but we lost. And you guys don't understand that. You are like the kid that no one wanted to play cops and robbers with, for example. Okay? Because even if you were in the middle of a Polish firing squad, and yes, I'm being politically incorrect. I don't give a shit. And those out there who know what a Polish firing squad is will understand this, okay? But you're surrounded by all the other kids. They're all pointing at you and they're going, bang, bang, bang. And you go, and they're like, we shot you. And you're like, no, you didn't. I was able to dodge the bullets. That's what you're doing. No one wants to play with someone like that. And you're going to end up having no one to play with, you Democrats, because you're fucking morons. But keep on doing it, because it's good for the country. On that note, because you'll be dead. And I'm talking the party dead, not people dead. I don't want people to misconstrue that. In his ruling Wednesday evening, the judge, Orlando L. Garcia La Raza of United States District Court for the Western District of Texas, granted a preliminary injunction preventing the law from taking effect while the suit continues. So, they had to go, I know why they didn't go to the state, because they couldn't find a state judge that would think this shit would fly. So they had to go to a federal judge. And I wonder how many federal judges they shopped before they found Garcia, Orlando Garcia. I wonder how many they had to shop. So he grants this preliminary injunction from taking effect while the suit continues. So Judge Garcia appeared to block 3 provisions of the law, including one that stated the local government entities and officials may not adopt, enforce, or endorse any policy limiting the enforcement of immigration laws. So, fuck state law, fuck federal law. I'm just going to fucking legislate from the bench. That's what you're doing, Garcia. You're a piece of shit. You're no different than Manny. Okay, Manny's just covering this, so you're probably worse. All right? Because you are violating the oath that you took to uphold fucking the laws of this country and the Constitution. You're a piece of shit. Because they have a right to do that. They have a right to have to limit these illegal aliens. They don't have constitutional rights. They're not a legal resident. They're not a citizen. Okay? They should, if anything, only have limited constitutional rights. Very limited. You know, like barring like illegal search and seizure, something like that. Okay. Especially, you know, like if they're being accused of a serious crime, you know, shit like that. That's one thing. So, lawyers for those suing the state said prohibiting local officials from endorsing a particular viewpoint violates the First Amendment. What? Judge Garcia wrote that the plaintiffs were likely to succeed with that argument. Yeah, in your fucking dreams, Garcia. Yeah, they're going to succeed with that one. So, prohibiting local officials from endorsing... Okay, a particular viewpoint does not violate the First Amendment. Okay, you cannot hide behind, you anti-First Amendment fucks cannot now use the First Amendment to hide behind your criminality, because it's not speech, it is fucking action. It is a call to action, besides the physical action of the criminality itself. So that viewpoint is saying, we are not going to do this. That's a fucking call to action. Okay, when you say, stop what you're doing, okay, don't ignore the state law, that is a call to action. Okay, saying you should ignore the state law, you're protected under free speech. So it ain't gonna fly, Garcia. I'm not even a fucking judge, and I have more concept of the law than you. And I've taken a paralegal course or two, okay, while getting my history degree. So I would have a better understanding of law in context to history. And it's clear I have a better understanding of this shit than you do. And you passed the fucking bar, which is scary. The government may disagree with certain viewpoints, but cannot ban them just because they are inconsistent with the views the government seeks to promote. This is not about views. This is rule of fucking law. Judge Garcia wrote this. He added that SB 4 clearly targets and seeks punishment to punish speakers based on their viewpoint on local immigration enforcement policy. No! Because let's actually, no it doesn't, because I love this, because Manny is pushing this fucking narrative. Let's go back up here. Where is it? Okay. Because, look, it says right here that it says prohibits cities and counties from adopting policies that limit immigration enforcement. Okay. So it makes it illegal for them to do that. Allows police officers to question the immigration status of anyone they detain or arrest, and threatens officials who violate the law with fines or jail time. So it's about action. This is not about free speech. They can have their free speech all they want and say, well, this is really bad. We should change the law. They have the right to do that. This is not a free speech issue. Okay? This is a criminality issue. This is about breaking the law. This is not about infringing upon these criminals that want to fucking sit there in their fucking elected positions and blatantly break the law and claim it's speech. That's not what it is. So, fuck you. Garcia, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Some of the law's most contentious provisions allow police officers to question the immigration status of a person whom they have arrested or detained, including during routine traffic stops, and create a system of harsh penalties for those who try to materially limit immigration enforcement, including removal from office for elected or appointed officials and criminal misdemeanor charges for sheriffs and other law enforcement officials. Good! Because they're breaking the fucking law, whether it's federal law or state law. They now have a choice. They can break, they're not only breaking one, they're breaking another. So what they want is a sanctuary where they can blatantly break federal law, and the state government will protect them. Now the state government's saying, no, fuck you. Okay, the people have spoken. The legislature, who was elected by the people, not you four fucking cities, said that we're done with your shit. We're done with your crime flowing out of your fucking shitholes into our communities in the suburbs outside these cities, okay, and us getting fucked over for it. That's what they're saying. And the left don't want to hear it. The Democrats don't want to hear it. Why? Because they want to bring in more of them and get them to vote Democrat when they can finally get them to fucking vote, or their kids to vote Democrat when they have their kids and they're anchored here and all that other happy horse shit. In his ruling, Judge Garcia said that the law's provisions banning policies that limit enforcement of immigration laws was unconstitutionally vague. What? No, it isn't. Said that the law... That's not unconstitutionally vague. It's very fucking clear. You can't do these things, period. And failed to define the specific prohibited conduct. No, it said you can't do these things. Okay? Anything that goes against the enforcement of illegal, laws against illegal aliens being here, okay, you can't do. That's pretty fucking clear. The provision, Judge wrote, ascribes criminal and quasi-criminal penalties based on violation of an inscrutable standard in a manner that invites arbitrary and discriminatory enforcement against disfavored localities. No! It says if you're here fucking illegally, don't matter what you did for a crime, okay? You're going to get fucking deported. Okay, it doesn't matter if you crossed the border illegally or if you fucking, drunk drove or if you, all right, now if you commit a serious crime, you're going to go to prison and then get deported. But, yeah, that's what that's saying. So don't try to fucking say otherwise. You're a liar, Garcia. You're a sleazeball. Okay, this is complete fucking La Raza fucking shit. Okay, but yet the whites are fucking racist. Manny and Garcia are the two fucking racist fucks. Mexican fucks who hate whites, clearly. Okay, because they're like, ooh, white Republicans. Oh, no, we can't have that. All right, he's going with La Raza. He's going and defending illegals. Garcia here. He's made his allegiance clear. Manny, with the story he's slanting, same thing. I mean, he's a fucking shitbrick. Texas vowed to appeal Judge Garcia's decision, setting the stage for the case to be heard by the United States Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit in New Orleans, one of the country's most conservative appeals panels. Judge Garcia, who was appointed by President Bill Clinton, all right, yeah, I had a feeling this guy was going to be either a Clinton or a fucking Obama appointee, was a Democratic state lawmaker in the 1980s. Oh, yeah, fucking legislate from the bench. Fuck you all you Republicans, you pissed us off, we didn't get our girl. That's what this shit is. It's all fucking race-baiting, fucking we lost bullshit. Critics of Senate Bill 4, including the police chiefs in Houston, San Antonio, and other large cities, said it would open the door to racial profiling of Hispanics and prevent legal and undocumented immigrants from reporting crimes to the police. Bullshit. That's a complete lie. Because they don't report the crimes now. Okay, in sanctuary cities. That's a complete fucking crock. And the legal ones aren't going to have a problem because they're going to have their fucking green cards. So that's a complete lie. Latino and civil rights groups call it a show me your papers law that echoes the one enacted by Arizona in 2010 that led to lawsuits and boycotts. Oh, no. It led to the fact of illegal immigration and crime dropping dramatically in Arizona. Okay, and it's completely fucking legal. Supporters of Senate Bill 4 say that the opponents have distorted its intent and potential impact. They said that the law has provisions specifically prohibiting racial profiling and argued that a Supreme Court ruling in 2012 that upheld part of the Arizona law put the state on a solid legal ground, which it did. The Trump administration's Justice Department has also defended the Texas law, filing statements of interest in the case. U.S. Supreme Court precedent for laws similar to Texas are firmly on our side, Mr. Abbott said in a statement. This decision will be appealed immediately, and I am confident Texas's law will be found constitutional and ultimately upheld, which it will be. But see, you people on the left, you Mexicans in these cities that are most likely illegal, like those angry Mexican women were probably not legal, you don't give a shit. You think because you came here, you have a right to be here. No, you don't have a right to come here. You don't have a right to be here. All, I don't care who you are, if you're here illegally, white, black, fucking Asian, okay, whatever the fuck you are, get the fuck out. Okay, then come here legally. End of fucking story. You don't like that? Fuck off. That's life. Civil rights lawyers and Latino groups praised Judge Garcia's ruling, calling the law racist and unconstitutional. More race baiting and identity politics from the left. These aren't civil rights lawyers, number one, because civil rights lawyers would actually look at it and go, okay, I know the Constitution, which these people clearly don't, and go, yeah, that's legal. Nice fucking try. The court properly struck down virtually all of what was perhaps the harshest anti-immigration provision in modern times, said Lee Gellerant, who is the deputy director of the ACLU Immigrants' Rights Project and who represents the border town of El Censo and other plaintiffs in the suit. And El Cenizo. Dude, you're part of the ACLU and you're pushing for the fact of people who should not have legal status here to get more rights than the actual fucking people that live here. That's fucked up, dude. Judge Garcia upheld the law's provision that police officers can ask the immigration status of those who detained or arrested, but he blocked the provision mandating the local jurisdictions comply with immigration detainer requests from the Federal Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency. So, Something that's perfectly fucking legal. That whole thing that we went over. You're going to block that. So you're going to blatantly say, fuck federal law. I'm a judge, and I know better than the federal law itself. Okay, good to know, Garcia. Judge Garcia said that by prohibiting local officials from declining a detainer request, the law also prohibits officials from questioning whether there was probable cause to support the detainer request. Probable cause. Fucking illegal. Illegal alien. That's a probable cause. You fucking idiot. Oh my God. You are a fucking idiot. In his statement, the governor suggested that the judge's blocking of that provision will make Texas less safe. Because of the ruling, gang members and dangerous criminals, like those who have been released by Travis County Sheriff, will be set free to prey upon our communities, Mr. Abbott said. And he's very right in saying that. Okay, that's what's going to happen. But no. Oh, no, they're sweet little innocent people. They're all just here to look for a better life. Yeah, fuck you, Garcia. Critics of the law, however, including local officials in San Antonio, disagreed. The city and San Antonio Police Department have cooperated and will continue to cooperate with federal law enforcement's reasonable requests. They're all reasonable, bitch. Shut the fuck up. San Antonio City Attorney Andy Segovia said in a statement, however, SB 4 attempted to remove any discretion from local law enforcement and how it's best to serve the residents of San Antonio. Well, they're not legal residents. They're illegal aliens. They have no fucking rights on the note of being able to decide whether they should be there or not, okay? So they should be what they're doing, okay? You have no discretion over that. Are they there illegally? Yes. Well, then boom. Hold them so they can get fucking deported. End of story. Anyways, this is the Constitutionalist Libertarian. If you like the video, upvote it or hit the thumbs up, depending on where you're watching it. Definitely subscribe, and if it comes to YouTube, and you're watching it there, ring the bell. Thank you all for watching.